Welcome to Jurassic Park. Hope you enjoyed that one, guys. This is finally the Jurassic Park episode. My favorite franchise of all time. I love this franchise so very much. And I just brought out a few things. I don't have a lot for Jurassic Park as far as merchandise goes. I do have a few things. I actually picked up this guy recently. He's from the Camp Cretaceous series that's on Netflix. But he definitely looks like the T-Rex from the original Jurassic Park. One more time, guys. Come on. Come on. Go ahead, T-Rex. Look at that. Look at that. He is fan-freaking-tastic. Absolutely love this guy. T, we're going to put you down the ground for a second. Now, as you guys can see behind me, we have good old Brontosaurus. You know, who can forget the first time seeing this big guy, you know, when he is introduced in Jurassic Park. We also have this box set. This came from the Jurassic World Legacy Collection. This is available at Target. Has John Hammond, Ellie Sattler, as well as 2 Velociraptors, because you can't have a Jurassic Park set without Velociraptors. So as you guys can see, I'm kind of sticking to the original film, to the very first film. And this also has a banner saying when dinosaurs ruled the earth. Who can forget the iconic scene at the end of Jurassic Park? The Velociraptor fighting with T-Rex, and the banner just falling down from the visitor center, draping over the T-Rex. Absolutely love it. And we also have Jeff Goldblum himself, Dr. Ian Malcolm. You can't be a 90s film without Jeff Goldblum. We also have Ellie Sattler, Laura Dern. We have Dr. Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill. And we also have Robert Muldoon. You guys will have to excuse me. It's slipping my mind the actor's name who played this character. But he has some iconic scenes in the original film. Let's put those down there. Now you guys can see good old Brachiosaur. Let me bring him a little bit closer. Come here, big guy. Bring you over here for a second. Look how big he is. Guys, he's mammoth. Let me tell you. He is fantastic. Love this figure. I mean, this looks like a kid in the picture. Just great. And then when you turn it this way, he's phenomenal. He is phenomenal. I had to get this guy. Because again, this is an iconic shot from Jurassic Park. When they finally see, you know, our first time seeing a dinosaur in the film. Absolutely love it. Okay, back up there, buddy. Now, we also have the original soundtrack done by John Williams himself. The fantastic John Williams. We also have The Ultimate Guide to Jurassic Park. Now, I picked this up. This was from Entertainment Weekly. I picked this up a few years ago. And it has some really nice pictures in the book. Also talks about, the making of the film. I've actually kept this pretty much stored away. Like, I haven't really even opened this up too much. Okay, so a couple shots here. I tried to keep this as pristine as possible because I love my Jurassic Park. And then on the back here, guys, look at Chris Pratt with Baby Blue, Velociraptor. Just fantastic. Now, we have the movies here, and I wrote down some notes here, guys, because I want to know all the release dates for these films. Again, 5 films. I've seen every single one of these on opening weekend, but I just want to be able to tell you guys, give you guys an accurate idea of when these came out, because, again, 5 films, it's been a long time, span of many years. And to remember, not going to be the easiest. So, first off, let's take a look at the 4K box set, Steelbook box set, 25th anniversary. Now again, I've seen every single one of these in the film when they opened up opening weekend, but I've also bought them on every single format that has been available. VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and then of course 4K. This is a beautiful Steelbook set. We have this one here. This has all 4 films, also has bonus features. These are just the Blu-rays though. Okay, we also have, then we have our 4K Ultra set. Again, the first 4 films. Open it up. Jurassic Park, The Lost World, JP3, and Jurassic World. I love this set. When this went up for pre-order a few years ago, I had to have it. I absolutely had to have it. I actually still have, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. This is off one of the. This was on the 3D Blu-ray set for Jurassic World. I got rid of the Blu-ray though, but I held on to, because the person who bought it, they didn't want the 3D disc, but I just held on to it. I still have an older TV that does have 3D compatibility, so I just held on to it, just so I, maybe I'll pop that on someday and I'll check that one out. So I keep that put away. We also have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom on 4K. I love these films, and the chance to spread that love and share that, and take my daughters to go see these films, something that I grew up going to, to the theater to see, to share it with them. I love it. And my daughter, my oldest, Allie, she loves Blue. That's her favorite character. She's like, Daddy, I'll watch the movie, but you gotta tell me, I get kind of scared from it. But with Blue's on there, tell me, because I want to see Blue. So he definitely has become one of the favorites in the, Blue has definitely become a very fan favorite Velociraptor in the Jurassic World portion of this franchise. Now, the original Jurassic Park released on June 11th, 1993. I remember going with my mom to go see that film, and I fell in love with that film right off the bat. Absolutely love it. From the opening sequence when the park worker gets dragged in by a raptor, to just the scene of when Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler arrive on the island by helicopter. You see the island in all its glory for the first time. Just phenomenal. The introduction to Jeff Goldblum, character of Dr. Ian Malcolm. Seeing, again, this guy for the very first time, Sam Neill. What a great job of acting. Just him fumbling around with his glasses, could not believe it. You have Ellie Sattler, Laura Dern's character. She's there reading something, and he just grabs her head and turns it, and boom, there this guy. This guy is just waiting to be seen, and they hold up well. The dinosaurs still look good in 4K. Sometimes with the older films, it could definitely show its age, but no, they look good. They really, really do. I was, pleasantly surprised going back a few weeks ago and just really taking it in and looking at it from that standpoint. Because again, I love this franchise, so I'm willing to let certain things slide sometimes, but they do look good, and the sound is phenomenal. It will just blow you out of your chair, guys. That's the sound on this. Crank it up, because it's very impressive. Especially when the T-Rex first makes his appearance on TV. Man, he is phenomenal. But there's so many iconic scenes, guys. We're not going to stay on Jurassic Park itself for very long. All I'm going to say is, listen, if you ever see a T-Rex, don't try to hide in the bathroom. This is a bad idea. Don't go hide on the toilet out in the open somewhere. You're going to get eaten by a T-Rex. Don't do that. Don't do that, guys. Take my advice. Dennis Nedry's character. The character of Dennis Nedry, when he slides down the mudslide, and I want to say the dinosaur is Dilophosaurus, with the whoop, flops out from the side. You guys can quote me if I'm wrong on it. Some of my dinosaur names I do get, even though I love the franchise, I do get the names wrong sometimes on them. But that's just a great scene. Triceratops, finally seeing Triceratops for the first time. Just so many great scenes. The hatching of the baby Velociraptor, just great. Even when the kid, when John Hammond's kids, grandchildren are at the visitor center after all the things that they've gone through in the park, trying to get back and being, safety at the visitor center. Those Velociraptors, they're terrifying. They will hunt you down. They are relentless. And just so many great shots, guys. I'm sure at this point, everybody's seen it. Everybody knows how many great scenes there are in this film. I adore it. I'm just in awe. I could watch it. I've probably seen this film about 100 times, and I'll watch another 100 times by the time everything's all said and done. I love it. I really do. Jurassic Park 2, Jurassic Park The Lost World, that came out on May 19th, 1997. Once again, we have Dr. Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum. This time he is joined by Vince Vaughn and Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore is his girlfriend who has been sent to Site B, which is not, it's not the island, the original island that we saw in Jurassic Park. Now this is the Site B. This is where everything happened, and it was kind of like behind the scenes kind of island. All those dinosaurs would be brought over to the main island that we saw in Jurassic Park. But Jeff Goldblum is very adamant. There is nothing that John Hammond can tell, nothing, no money, nothing at all that can be promised to him that will get him back onto an island with dinosaurs. But when he finds out his girlfriend Julianne Moore is there, well, that's all he needs to be told, because he is there right away. He sets out, boom, right away to go get her and bring her back. Now, of course, InGen has other things that they want to do. They have kind of like pushed John Hammond to the side. Hammond wants to, protect this island and this sanctuary, make a dinosaur sanctuary. But no, InGen wants to bring them back and reopen the actual Jurassic Park, not on an island, but in San Francisco instead. Now, the problem with this that I've had over years, this has been my problem with the film. I love the film. I do. And I absolutely love it. Now, going back again, watching it a few weeks ago, I love it more than I did before. When I saw this film originally, I really enjoyed it a lot. But my biggest problem was going to the mainland. It's just something about it. I like seeing them on the island. I do. There's just something so special and so fantastic about seeing these dinosaurs on this island. It's just amazing. But when they were brought onto the mainland, just, the T-Rex and the baby T-Rex. It's not for a big duration of the film, but now, over time, watching it over and over and over again, I do. I love it. I love the film. I really do. My problems with that have definitely subsided over time. I think at the time when I saw it when I was younger, I just wanted to see another be like a full-on Jurassic Park. That was one thing I always wanted to see with, skipping ahead kind of Jurassic World. That's one thing I always wanted to see was that the original island with, a group of explorers just kind of going back there and seeing the visitor center, everything just completely overgrown. And then, the dinosaurs still there. I think that would have been cool. I would like to have seen that. Kind of like, as an anniversary release, maybe like 20 years time after the original release, seeing what happened 20 years later, what the island looks like. I think that would have been cool. But Jurassic Park 3 takes place. Now, this happened on July, again, guys, I wrote down the dates. July 16th, 2001. So again, a few years, have passed between The Lost World. Now, Jurassic Park 3 is a shorter film. Runs about an hour and a half. But I love it. I know it's probably, a lot of people consider it to be the weakest film in the entire group. But I love Jurassic Park 3. Again, opening weekend, I was there. There's something about that film. And I think, again, because it's on an island. It's on Site B, where The Lost World took place. And it's fantastic. I love the third film. You have Alan Grant's character. You have Sam Neill come back as Dr. Alan Grant. Now, he is brought to this island in search of a young boy who has gone missing. You have William H. Macy, Taya Leone, their son. Now, they are split up. They're a split up couple. Their son has gone missing on this island. He was there parasailing with Taya Leone's new boyfriend. They both crashed on this island. Now, Dr. Alan Grant, Sam Neill, he is brought to the island. He is told by, William H. Macy and Taya Leone are, they're lying to him, basically. They tell him, listen, we have this company, we're very rich, we have a lot of money, and, we want to go, we like exploring all these different, exotic areas. We want to go. We've gotten clearance to go to this island, because this island now is off limits. Nobody can go there at all. And they're telling that they know people, and they were able to get clearance to go to the island. He has no idea, why they really want to go there. And he is told, listen, I'm not going to do it. There's nothing you're going to do to get me on the island. But, they pull out the checkbook, how much is it going to take? And, we'll fund your dig for the next so many years, but we want to go to the island. And, of course, upon landing on the island, he finds out, they are not a married couple anymore. They don't have all this money, and they're there trying to find their son, who has gone missing. Now, with this film, we also get a chance to see our first real glimpse of the pterodactyls, the pterodons, and man, they are creepy. They are fantastic. I love it, guys. Oh, how they looked, all the dinosaurs in these films just look amazing. Spinosaurus is in this film. Oh, guys, I want to pop it in right now and just watch it again. That's how much I love this. I love the films. There's just so much that is done. Laura Dern's character, Ellie Sattler, is back in this film. Not for a lot. You'd find out that her and Alan Grant are no longer together. And, but again, he can always count on Ellie. So he calls on her to help him, in the end. And I just love it. I really do. You see more Velociraptor action. The Spinosaurus against a T-Rex. It's fantastic. It really, really is. I know I say that a lot, guys, but it's the love for this film, for this franchise. I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for the next one. I will be there somehow. I will go to a theater if there's a theater open after everything is all good and said and done. And there's a theater, even if it's a drive-in, I don't care. It still counts. It still counts, guys. I need to see it in the theater. Now we get a big gap. We get a big gap in between films. From 2001 all the way to Jurassic World, 2015. Now, by 2015, we are overtaken by the MCU. The MCU is a monster. An absolute monster. Will kids, adults, children, are they going to still have that love for dinosaurs? You bet your bottom dollar that they did. Nobody, and I mean no one, could have imagined the monster money that this film would make. Jurassic World proved that there was still a love for these prehistoric creatures. And $1.67 billion. Incredible. $1.6 billion. I remember going to see this in the theater, and I was checking the box office all weekend long. And it was like, this thing is just blowing up big time. I couldn't believe it. I had, from ear to ear. I couldn't believe it. I was so ecstatic. Universal had no choice but to greenlight a sequel, just like that after the first weekend. This film just blew everybody's expectations of what it was going to do in the theater. Ridiculous. It really was. And it helped having Chris Pratt in there. Star-Lord himself. Chris Pratt is phenomenal. He's great as Owen Grady in these films. Bryce Dallas Howard, she's fantastic too. I really like her a lot. The chemistry between those two works really, really well in these films. We're introduced to, like I said, the Velociraptor, his Velociraptor squad, namely Blue. Blue has become just iconic for the franchise. And, kids, adults, everybody loves Blue. And I, just sitting there, I went with my wife, my daughters to, actually I think Allie was my oldest. I believe she went to see Jurassic World. She had no interest. She didn't want to go see the next Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. But Abby, my youngest, she wanted to go see Jurassic World Fallen. So I went with one for the one movie and the other for the other. I hadn't had a chance to actually go with both. But since then, they've both seen the films and stuff. But, with Jurassic World, just having a chance all those years, from the first time in 93 to 2015, having a chance to, see this franchise, 22 years later, to be sitting there and watching another Jurassic film. I mean, I'm sure if you would have seen me, guys, there would probably a tear in my eye, because my love for the franchise and to see it come back, I was this is probably a movie that I was there at the theater the earliest to see a film. I probably waited, till the film actually started, probably sat there for a good hour for the film starting, because I just wanted to make sure I had a good seat. And I had, had snacks, had everything ready to go, because I did not want to miss this. It was, it was my absolute most anticipated film of 2015, and it didn't disappoint. Absolutely loved it. The park now is fully functional. Families are going to the park and enjoying seeing all the dinosaur exhibits. And, especially like the SeaWorld type area where, you see the Brontosaurus, coming out of the water and just eating the shark. that just shows just how big that thing is. And man, it gives me chills just thinking about it. And what this franchise means to me. When you have the young boys, find the Jurassic Park Jeep and able to get it going again. It was just it was a throwback. It was in that nostalgia feeling of just seeing it. And I think, it might have been one of the biggest smiles on my face during the entire movie was just seeing that. And I absolutely loved it. Now bringing us to Fallen Kingdom in May 21st, 2018. Now this film did a little bit less. It was $1.3 billion. And I know some people really don't like this film too much. But, again, I love it. We're introduced to the Indoraptor, who's creepy as anything. And we have, basically go back to Jurassic World. Go back to Jurassic World for a second. The Indominus Rex. We're introduced to this, this creation of the Indominus Rex. Then we have the Indoraptor. Within the Jurassic World franchise, they've been able to make two pretty iconic dinosaurs within these two movies. And, man, Fallen Kingdom, eventually, coming to the mainland. Once again, we're brought to the mainland. But this time it didn't bother me too much. This one, it was fine. I had absolutely no problem with it. Seeing Blue reunited with Owen. Seeing and you see that Blue recognizes Owen. Man, guys, it's just fantastic. It's incredible. Like, just thinking, I'm just trying to think of different things because I love it so much. You see, just the camaraderie or the, how much, Owen, raising this Velociraptor as a baby and Blue recognizing Owen and, just that, I don't know, that friendship that you would not think could exist between a human and a raptor, but it's there and they get it so right. Look at the final, look at the scenes with the T-Rex at the end roaring against a lion at a zoo. I can't wait for the next one to see what they're going to do. Now, obviously, with the next film, we know it's Dominion, and that is still scheduled from for June 22nd, excuse me guys, June 10th, 2022. Now, still a ways off, obviously, but I am looking forward to it, and I hope, in the sense of everything, everything that's going on in the world, I really hope that theaters survive, because this is going to be an experience. And even if it's just to go to a drive-in, which I still believe that drive-ins could definitely still have a chance to see a resurgence in drive-in theaters. But Jurassic World Dominion, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Namely because, again, it's another Jurassic film. But this will be the first time to see the actors and actresses, the characters from Jurassic World, interacting with the original cast, because Jeff Goldblum's coming back, Sam Neill's coming back, Laura Dern's coming back. It's a generational gap. It's everything. It's Jurassic World meeting Jurassic Park. It's everything that I love in the franchise. Everything just coming together. And I can't wait. We're talking about a year and a half? About a year and a half-ish? A little less. But, man, I can't wait, guys. I really can't wait. This has been a franchise that has been just near and dear to me for so long. And to see it continue, and that was something when Jurassic World came out, everybody's saying, is still, our audience is still going to have that passion and that love for dinosaurs. Because like I said, the MCU was just overruling everything. And I love the MCU. But man, oh man, it was just so refreshing to see that the dinos were still that powerful that they could take the box office by storm. That they capture children's imaginations. And honestly, guys, I haven't watched Camp Cretaceous. I know it's more of a child show, a children's show. But you know what, guys? I don't care. You know how I am with cartoons. I love it. And I know it's CGI. I'm going to watch it. I just haven't had a chance to watch the first. I know it's 2 seasons in now. I'm definitely going to watch it, though. I think I owe it to myself as a Jurassic Park fan to go and check out Cretaceous, because I think it's actually more than it might be. Look like a children's show, but who cares, guys? From what I've heard, it's really for all ages. It hits a mark for all ages in certain areas. So I definitely am going to start watching that very, very soon. I got to get my Jurassic Park fix, whether it be JP or JW. I got to get the fix on either one of those series. But yeah, guys, this is something I've wanted to talk about for quite some time. Bring out some of the figures I have. I actually just picked these up recently, like I was saying. I was like, you know what? I want to do this video. I want to talk about the stuff. And guys, I need to have some Jurassic Park stuff. And I should have some regardless of having a channel or not. I should have Jurassic Park items. I actually got a Jurassic Park poster from the original film poster that I'm gonna get framed and I'm gonna put up on the wall somewhere in the area here, because I have to have it. I have to have. It wouldn't be right with not having a Jurassic Park film poster up on the wall somewhere to celebrate my love for this franchise. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this long video, me rambling on about this franchise that I love so much. But please, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you guys in another video. Stay away from the dinosaurs. Don't go by them. Try to run. You might not be able to, but try to get away from them. And like I said, guys, don't go hide in the bathroom from the T-Rex. He's going to get you. But take my advice, guys, and I'll see you later on. Bye.